to kick off this event. Ramzi taking on Matthew. Top two waves. They've got plenty of time, 35 minutes. Not overlapping, just standard heats. So they'll have this entire lineup to themselves to try to move into round two action. Fun day to kick things off once again. If you missed the official call for the day, it's going to be men's round one, women's round one, and get into round two. Opening ride for Ramzi on the back end. Solid start here. Just chucking his board over the roof and having to eject on that backhand float. And that'll give McGillivray priority as Ramzi was looking for that quick start. Here's Maddie not wasting any time. Drawing off the bottom, looking like a broken board for Boukhiam to start. As we see the slice in the pocket for Maddie. The man from J-Bay doesn't look like he's been out of the mix. He's just finding a nice gear to kick things off with a finishing move over that turbulent end section.
That is an easy break on that one.
Definitely not creased. I mean, as we see Maddie McGillivray, I'll talk about Ramzi's board, but Maddie, great start. I mean, this is pretty crazy. He hasn't surfed the heat in a long time, and it's really cool to see Maddie back here. And obviously, he's from J-Bay, so he knows how to surf a right-hand point break. And looks like, he started off the heat pretty solid. And, as far as Ramzi goes,
should be getting a pretty big result in considering how good his backhand surfing is.
As we see the South African up and out, his opening ride of 4.5. And just a quick look at that one. Are the targets pretty easy to read, or?
It's probably, here goes Maddie. It's probably one of the most trickiest days I think we've had since we've been here. That was a really nice opening turn, and this is a big wall. It's, a lot of these ones kind of go off the reef, but this one looks like it's really hugging the reef. Spend a lot of time with them, and I think when the bigger ones come, you do have an advantage on your forehand because it's so hard to get tight, and at least on your forehand you can do some big open carbs. We didn't see how Maddie finished off this wave, but he got a couple of decent turns out the back and was able to open up as a finish. These bigger ones, they sometimes decided to go straight to Ramzi on a really big wave. So let's see, this looks like Ramzi back in Morocco, a nice big open turn. He really put that tight, and a nice wrap, waiting for the moment, hopefully to stand up. These bigger ones sometimes get pretty hard to surf, but so far he's done good. Hopefully he can get a big finish and get back out. Let's see it.
Yeah, his patience off the bottom and his coil up is unreal. Yeah, that messy little end section.
And both of these waves were really hard to surf. They were kind of not hugging the rocks, and Ramzi did decent. He did good for what was on this wave, but you can tell he's kind of looking for something that's not really there. And I think, what Connor's been amazing at doing, and also Ramzi these last few free surfs, was catching kind of these medium waves that went a bit slower and hugging the rocks.
He fell off the tour, wanted to stay on, but the fact that he's got the call up, he's back at a wave where he shared a final with one of his mentors and good mates. It's pretty cool to see him back in the jersey.
Here comes Ramzi, member broken board to start. Backup's looking nice. Good timing on the backhand snap.
That was a nice first turn.
Belts it again, just crispy off that lip line.
Get around it. See these medium ones, how they hug the reef, and he's able to go top to bottom 3 times. And that was a great pick under priority.
That is a scary look on that backside vertical. 12 o'clock with power. Now super smooth out front. Ramzi's best so far, and he will just clean it up so well. Great wave selection. It didn't have the size, which is probably better. Just a nice, comfortable size to really rip those first sections.
A couple of times it sped up, but Ramzi really opened up. And I can definitely see a little bit of nerves in Ramzi surfing a little bit right now. But I think this wave will take off those nerves and get him definitely in the heat. I think this is the best score of the heat by far.
I also think that board looks great. I think that was maybe a blessing in disguise. I'm sure the other one was incredible as well, but that turn in particular, the amount of speed that he gets off the bottom turn through the second, like the mid face of the wave, he gets a second amount of acceleration through that. The board looks like it's responding really well. You can see here just that little second bit. Those fins still poking out and showing the whole way up until his board is nice and vertical on the lip line. You can see Ramzi just is building confidence every turn down this wave, and you nailed it. It's this mid-sized one, and he just went vertical 4 or 5 times on this wave, especially that turn. That was so sick.
Making predictions on qualification, and also who will take the 15,000 points for the heavyweighted Pipe Masters finale, which we have never done before. So we're in kind of new territory.
This is the 5th event. If it was back at last year's format, he would be out and wouldn't have really had a great run. We'll see what it goes for this event. But Matty here is a fun-looking wild card.
Carved to start for Matty McGillivray, the man from Jeffreys Bay, just controls that line. Back down to the bottom of the wave. Just using a lot of the open face here, Leo.
Yeah, it's almost, that was a big turn. I was about to say that wave didn't give him too much, but those few turns, wow, that was great surfing. This wave doubled up nice for him, and he just put a 3-turn combo. That's what we remembered about Matty McGillivray and making the final over here, right?
And his adrenaline just doesn't spike. He stays so calm in the pocket.
Yeah, of course, because he's crazy.
And look at him, still finishing, staying so engaged. That was a special ride for a guy that got the call just a couple of days ago.
Did not hold back. I forgot how much Matty surfing kind of keeps you on edge. Sometimes I feel like, is he going to land this turn or not? Because he hits in the most critical part of the wave every single time. I love that really big drawn out carve. That was kind of like Mike February-esque, where he just holds the line all the way through. But this next part of the wave was when he went really crazy. This is what I mean. You're not sure if he's going to hold on to those turns or not.
That's Matty. And, the start of that wave, I thought it was going to go fat, and this thing doubled up really nice. And when you can get a 3-turn combo out here, I said it before, 3 turns is kind of all you're looking for, and the rest is a bonus. And he really got his 3-turn combo with some good patience at the start and a really good finish. But this layback, I mean, that he ripped in and just went as tight as possible to the whitewash, brought it all the way back, and came out of it with speed straight into a big open carve. So I really think the judges are going to like that, and we definitely have a matchup going on.
Wow, it's like he never went anywhere. McGillivray, thank you for that combination. Big critical layback with some risk, but had no hesitation between turns.
I'm totally okay with that. And at the moment, I am feeling that way. So let's see if hopefully Ramzi can perform in this wave.
Here we go. Ramzi locks in. Total control. Beautiful bottom turn. And what a hammer to start. Silky smooth with power. Jams it again. He's got that flow state activated. Deep bottom turn, crushing vertical.
Wow, he's picked off a really good wave. It's one of the cleanest waves I've seen all morning, and if he can finish this wave off, not only finish it off, he's...
Okay.
Wow.
You can see, it feels like maybe his back knee drops just a little bit lower when he's super confident and flowing, but that first turn, to have that, the drama of the airdrop out of it, and then backing it up again, with that turn a little bit under, but that gave him enough speed to come back around and really punch nice and vertically into that third. But Ramzi, it just felt like there was another level of confidence on this wave, and this is what we're so used to seeing of him in free surf clips or clips of him back at home. So to channel that in the jersey, I think this is the moment we've all been waiting for this season so far.
Totally. That was a huge first turn, and I just love the patience he had in between turns. He was just back in Morocco surfing his local surf spots, and just perfect technique, squaring up. That one he cut it a little bit short, but just to prepare for this finish. And I mean, big first turns, smooth turns, and this last combo I absolutely loved it because he went square, got the big finish, and cut it off the bottom to get another turn up there. And there's the passion of the Moroccan. That's an excellent score. Oh, Matty with a big turn on the back. That looked like a really good size set, that perfect sort of mid-size set. And we'll see if Matty can, obviously he doesn't know what Ramzi did, but he's going to need a big score. And he's finished off a pretty big turn, and he's able to hold on to it. Wow, that was really, really well done.
That wave was doing everything good to knock him off, but he pulled it off.
Yeah.
And he's a proud Moroccan, so it's really cool to see Ramzi put on a big wave, and that's going to be a solid score.
And then this is what Matty did, the work he did out the back to start.
Yeah, 6-second turn. It just feels like, unfortunately, it's lacking the same amount of pace that Ramzi's had at the start. It had that bowl where it just kept on cupping out, where Matty having to fight for a couple more sections, and especially fighting for this N1. This was crazy. I mean, Punta Roca, watching back from previous years, I never thought it was a super powerful wave. And then I came and surfed here, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm proud of you. Good job, and great work. Let's keep it going. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Ramzi Boukhiam, a crucial win, and great to see Matty McGillivray just jump into form after a long time of being out of the jersey.
Ramzi, what a wild way to start it. This is day one of the waiting period, heat one of the entire event. How are things going in your mind? You break your board and then you got to get right back to work.
Well, a lot of build-up, definitely. That's for sure. There was some really amazing practice days. Some like 3 days back-to-back of really good waves. Everyone was ripping, so that was not the way I wanted to start, especially breaking pretty much my magic board. That yeah, I don't know. I took off. I saw this because the bigger ones are not that good, so I took off and I was like, "Oh, this one might be copy." And I did this first turn, and then I came. I was like, "Wow, it's actually really copy." And I went for the kind of a float, but then I realized I was like, start of the heat. I don't want to, with my knee. I didn't want to try to stomp it, so I jumped and broke the board, got back out, and just strong mentally, I guess, and readjusted and got 2 nice waves.
And you got a special surprise going up against Matthew McGillivray, who has had an incredible run out here. But I know you fear no man. You don't think about your competitors. But what was it like when you heard that name?
I mean, Matthew, semi-final and final back-to-back here. So, it's a surfer that definitely deserves to be on tour and will be back on tour. So you don't you don't look at Matthew and saying, no. Matthew is gnarly everywhere, pretty much. So, it was a big hit. And like I said, today it's a little more bumpier, broken up the swell than the practice days. So we had to readjust and find the nice ones in the middle of the. It was a hard hit. So I'm really happy I stayed composed and pulled through that one.
Now I know Morocco has waves similar to this. So tell me about your comfort level and your goals moving through.
No, I feel comfortable. Like everyone knows my backhand. I feel comfortable. It's just about getting some confidence and picking the right ones, but. Bottom turn, top to bottom. I've been doing this my whole life, so I just need to pick the right ones and do it. Do it and then do my best. And
it's an effective equation. Good luck moving through, Ramzi. Congrats.